Hi, this is Lord Kipper 5555 here with an updated deck list for my Twilight deck list. I've changed it a bit simply because I took my first deck to my locals and I didn't do as well as I'd liked. Mainly because quite a few games I couldn't seem to mill. So I've had to cut some cards out, put some new ones in. So yeah, I'll just show you the deck and what I've changed. So first, 3 Judgment Dragons. In my last build I only had 2, but this one's a lot more light sworn. Got a few more light sworns in it, so I put a 3rd Judgment Dragon in because I can always use it for Phantom of Chaos effect or something like that. So really good. 1 Celestia light sworn angel. This is probably the better tribute light sworn. I didn't have either in before, but I tried this card in it and it worked really well. In fact, really good, nice destruction effect. 2 wolves, more light sworn. I've put more light swans in, but I didn't think a 3rd wolf would really work. I mean, they are dead draw at 2 sometimes, so there is a lot of ways to discard them, but I think 2 is perfect for them. 1 Jane. I did run 2, but now I've run down to 1, simply because I kept drawing both of them. And it's not really. It's got a good effect, but it's only really useful against a few cards like Thunder King or something like that. So down to 1. Gath. I think this card should always be run at 1, to be honest, simply because its minimum effect requires another light sword. So on its own, it's not particularly useful. It's just a 1,850 beta, but if you can use it in conjunction with Lumina or something like that, really good card. 2 Lila. I did only run 1, but now I'm up to 2. Probably the second best light sworn in my opinion. Good back row destruction. Mills 3. Just a generally really good card. Gone up to 2. 1 Erin. Her effect can be useful, but she's really only in there as another target for Rota and another name for Judgment Dragon. 1 Arcus. Similarly to Erin, his effect is useful, but just not brilliant. It's a level 3 as well. The only other level 3, there's what do you call it? Shire, but that's not a good card at all. The only other decent level 3 light sworn, so with Lumina, I can get out rank 3 without using both my Luminas. So pretty good. 2 Luminas. So glad this went up to 2. Really good card. Turns your graveyard into basically a reverse toolbox. You can get out the light sworn you need. Really good card. And Mills 3. So. And finally for light swans, 2 Ryko. Destroy 1, mill 3. Mills are 3 whenever it's flipped instead of the end phase. So that gives it a bit of the advantage over other light swans. Nice destruction. Really good card actually. For lights that aren't light sworn, 1 BLS. If you can run it, you run it. Brilliant card, overpowered, broken, and while it's off the ban, I'm going to use 1. And then just 1 effect Vader. Thinking of using more than 1 now. Priority's gone. It's become more and more useful, but still not sure. Okay, they're the light monsters. For the darks, 2 Tragodia. I didn't run this before, but I've tested it and I really like running it. It's another dark, it's easy to summon, really nice effect, can get really powerful early game. It's just a really good card. 1 Gauze, mainly better, it's similar to Tragodia but better later game. And the ability to drop a really powerful monster and possibly a really powerful token is just brilliant, and it's another dark. Chaos Sorcerer, a bit like a mini BLS to be honest. While the monster has to be face up when he uses its effect, whereas BLS can just get rid of any monster. It's still a good effect though, and 2300 attack, easy to summon, good card. 1 Phantom of Chaos. This card can be very useful late game, just to copy Judgment Dragon effect, or a milled BLS, or milled Chaos Sorcerer, something you can't special summon back onto the field. Really powerful, really good effect, and it's another dark. 2 Necro Gardeners, just needs to be milled, needs to be in the graveyard. Got so many ways of getting it in the graveyard that it's a really good card. Moving from graveyard and negating attack. Really good card, another dark. and one Plague Spreader. This is my main tuner. I know Effect Blade is a tuner, but honestly, you don't really use it to tune that often. So this is the main way of synchroing. I know that's not really done as much anymore, but I like to have that option there. And it's in its effect activates when it's in the graveyard, so really good tuner. And for non-darks or lights, 2-card Trooper. I didn't use this in my army builds because I didn't like the card, but you look at it more and more and you can see how well it suits in with Light Swarms. You can mill up to 3 cards during like your main phase, so unlike some Light Swarms effects, you get to use the cards that have been milled. It's a really good effect, and and when it's destroyed, you get to draw a card. So never lose cards advantage. Right, they're the monsters. Now for spells, 3 solar recharges. As soon as I've gone down, I've lost a few darks. I got rid of the darkness and replaced it with a solar recharge. It's a really good card actually. Gets rid of dead wolves, dead celestias, puts another light spawn in the grave for Lumina's effect, and you get to draw 2 and mill 2. So really good card. Yeah, I should get it back there. 1 charge, broken probably. It's a rotor for Light Swarms, and you get to mill. So wish that was more than 1, but hey. 1 rotor. I think I've got about 4 or 5 targets for this, so it's a really good card for this deck. Allows me to get a Necroguard into my hand, an extra Light Swarms to ditch, just get Judgment Dragon out. Really good. 1 pot of Avarice. So you mill so often, and you will have darks and lights and everything so quickly in your grave. This is kind of like a desperation technique if you really need that draw. Just 1 Foolish Pale. Just stick another light or dark in the grave, stick a wolf to special summon it, stick another Light Swarm. Just brilliant card. And then staples, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Dark Hull, 1 Monster Reborn, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, and 1 Book of Moon. And then just traps, Beckoning Light. I'm not sure whether I'm going to run these traps anymore or just go and get 3 Royal Decrees. This can be helpful just to grab like BLS and Judgment Dragons and ditch your hand if you've got a really bad hand. And then just Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, and a Solemn Warning. That's the deck. Now to the side deck. Synchros first, 1 Allied Adjusted Catastrophe, 1 Garnet, Force of Earth, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. That's basically in there because where I play there is a couple of Gravekeeper's decks, and this deck just gets cut down by Gravekeepers. 1 Black Rose, 1 Scrap Archfiend, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Mist One. Well, those are the synchros. XYZs, number 39, Utopia, Steel Swarm Roach, Mustro Symphony Djinn, number 17, Leviathan Dragon, and then I'll run all 3 of the other Djinns simply because well, I didn't really have that much else I'd wanted to put in this extra deck, and some of their effects are actually really good. Really recommend trying them out. Right, and now I'll show you my side deck. I don't really side against certain decks, to be honest. A lot of this is to change the deck into put more lights in, more darks, but there are some side cards. So I side 1 Dark Armed. If I want to put more darks in, I can, and this guy is the best dark. 1 Thunder King, Anti-Draw, Honest, if I'm having trouble getting overcards, DD Crow, Concentrated Light, Snowman Eater, Allure Darkness, 3rd MST, in case I come up against that new hero deck that uses Skill Drain because it shuts the step down. 1 Nobleman of Crossout, usually use him sometimes in mirror matches if I just want to get rid of Rykos, or if I think the opponent's got a few flip effect monsters. Gravekeepers is hurt by that. Gold Sarcophagus, if I want to pull out Judgment Dragon or BLSs or stuff like that. Goes in match, Bottomless, 2 compulsory. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was. And 1 Call of the Horned. Okay, that's the deck. Comment, rate, subscribe. Just let me know what you think of it. And yeah, thanks. Bye.